Hi, boys and girls. Today we are going to do a review on the life of David. This is series 3. We're going to go through the 6 lessons, and what I'm going to do is I made a PowerPoint to tell you the important things on each and on each of the series. So on lesson 1, David was lesson 1 is called David is crowned king. So David was first anointed king over Judah. Saul's general appointed as king over other tribes. Ishabeth was Saul's son. David's general was called Joab. The general that offered to help bring all the tribes of Israel under David's rule was Abner. David became king over all Israel after the death of Abner and Ishabeth. On lesson 2, David returns the ark. The Ark of the Covenant was transported in David's first procession on a cart pulled by oxen. Uzzah died because he touched the Ark of God. The cart was supposed to be transported by poles on the shoulders of the Levites, not the way that they were transporting it in the oxen. The Ark of the Covenant represents the presence of God. On lesson 3, David and Mephibosheth. Mephibosheth was Jonathan's son. David wanted to show kindness and honor to Jonathan's family. So the way that he did this was that he gave all the land that he told Saul to give all the land that belonged to Saul at that point, to give it to Mephibosheth, and that was the way that he was gonna honor Jonathan's family. The servant who cared for Mephibosheth and his land was named Ziba. When Mephibosheth was wronged by Saul, he just gave his rights. He was very humble. He didn't fight for it. He just gave everything up. On lesson 4, David and Bathsheba, in an effort to cover the sin that he did with Bathsheba, he ordered Joab to put Uriah on the front lines in battle and withdraw from him so he could be killed. God sent the prophet Nathan to rebuke David for his sin. David was comparing Nathan's parable as a rich man who had stolen from a poor man. And when David's child died, he worshipped the Lord. And all this was as a punishment that he had a son with someone out of wedlock. On lesson 5, David and Absalom, it says that Absalom told his father that he was going to fulfill a vow in Hebron that he had made to the Lord. Absalom wanted to usurp the throne in Hebron. Hushai agreed to be David's spy. He was David's trusted counselor. And Joab and his men find Absalom hanging on a tree. On lesson 6, David is crowned king. And actually, this is wrong. Lesson 6 is David's greater son, Jesus. David was not allowed to build a temple for God because he was a man of war. Solomon was the one that was told to build the temple. David helped build the temple by gathering materials. So he got everything that was needed in order to build the temple. He got the iron, brass, gold, silver, stone, and cedar. David's final advice to his son was to keep God's law and follow God's way. So David didn't want what happened to him to happen to his son. So he was very assertive, and he was always telling his son to make sure that he kept God's laws and that he followed his ways. Okay. So this is the summary, the review for this series. So I will see you back tomorrow.